Developing tonight, new numbers from the Seattle mayoral race show challenger Katie Wilson has extended her lead over incumbent Bruce Harrell. She now leads by more than 1,300 votes compared to just 91 votes at this time yesterday. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Mary Nam. The mayor's race could be headed to a recount, and that's putting greater focus on the hundreds of ballots being challenged for signature errors and other problems. We have team coverage tonight, including KOMO's Michelle Esteban with more on the ballot challenges. We start with senior reporter Chris Daniels and new reaction this evening from Katie Wilson. Chris?
Yeah, Mary, as you just heard, Katie Wilson tells me she does believe she has won the race for Seattle mayor and is ready to begin her transition, with the question now whether the race is headed for a mandatory recount. Here is how it has looked since day one of election night. Day by day, the incumbent Bruce Harrell led by 7 points on election night, and then as the ballots continued to trickle in, that number went up, and it continued to go up over the next couple of days, with the ballot box votes on election day going towards Wilson. And now with just about 1,400 accepted ballots left to count and a little over 1,500 challenge ballots, the math appears to be in her favor. Here's what Wilson told me a short time ago.
I'm so thrilled. It's really nice to see our lead from yesterday widen up, and we're actually now just under the threshold where we could actually avoid an automatic recount. So I'm really hopeful that in the days ahead, especially as more of those challenge ballots get cured, that we will be able to get over that threshold.
As we stand here right now, do you think you have won this race?
I do. I think we've run this race.
I've heard this on the campaign, as have you. If Katie Wilson gets elected, there's going to be fewer cops and more taxes. What do you say to that?
I will say that we are going to continue hiring officers. We absolutely have a police officer shortage, and I also think that there are things that we can do to make sure that we are deploying the force that we have as effectively as possible.
A statement released about 30 minutes ago from the Harrell campaign reads, "While not the direction we were hoping for, this remains a very close race, and we want to ensure every vote is counted." It goes on to say, "We are grateful to our volunteers who continue to reach out to voters, and we'll see how the final ballots are tallied." Obviously, a dramatic turn here as the voting continued through last week and into this one. The state mandates a mandatory recount on any race that is separated by less than 2,000 votes and 0.5%.
Chris, Katie Wilson told you she believes she won this race. This could drag out for several days now.
If there is a mandatory recount, yes. And so that puts you as a candidate in a weird position because you do need to have a transition. You would end up starting as mayor in 6 weeks. So she said she's going to have that conversation as well. You heard the Harrell campaign say they're going to look to make sure every ballot is counted. Wilson has already begun that process. So yes, to answer your question, this could drag out over several days, but the math definitely appears to be in her favor tonight.
Okay, Chris, thank you.
Well, every vote counts, taking on new meaning in the race for Seattle mayor. Right now, more than 1,500 Seattle voters do not have a say because their ballot has a signature challenge and must be corrected or cured to count. KOMO's Michelle Esteban is live with more on how to do that and why volunteers for both Bruce Harrell and Katie Wilson are on it too. Michelle?
It is one of the closest races in Seattle history. Now, in addition to a potential recount, ballot curing could potentially impact the final outcome here.
The goal? Every vote counts. But with 14 days until the election results are certified, right now, not every vote is being counted.
It is very important that our voters track their ballot all the way until they see it as counted.
More than 4,000 King County ballots have signature challenges. Either the ballot envelope was turned in but not signed, or the ballot has a mismatched signature.
You can reach out to folks and let them know, hey, you have a signature issue, your ballot hasn't counted yet, here are the simple steps that you need to do.
In the neck-and-neck race for Seattle mayor, both campaigns are reaching out right now to voters with those ballot challenges. Voters can effort to fix or cure their ballots so it can be counted. Here's how.
You'll want to come here to the King County Elections website, click on Elections, and then scroll down here to where you see Track My Ballot. Easy to do. And once you get there, you've got 4 fields that you've got to fill in here, starting with your name. Now, if there is a problem with your signature, this will pop up. It'll give you the option to actually electronically sign it with a mouse or your finger.
Dive deeper and out of those 4,000 plus challenged ballots in King County, more than 1,500 are ballots cast by Seattle voters. Dive even deeper in the most challenged ballots, young voters between 18 and 24. The next highest, voters 25 to 34.
I am feeling so grateful.
A recent Northwest Progressive Institute poll found those same young voters, 18 to 34, back Wilson 75%, with Harrell coming in at 17%. We also know late counted ballots in Seattle have historically skewed more progressive. Not a surprise, both campaigns said their volunteers are hard at work to ensure every vote is counted.
Folks are very eager to get out there and get ballots counted. If it does come down to carrying ballots, I think we're going to win.
Now, hitting the King County Elections website is the fastest way to take care of this, but I do want to tell you, elections folks will contact you through the mail, so you can do it that route. And I should say, if you've got any questions at all, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're tracking your ballot and it hasn't been received yet, call the elections office. They're happy to take the call. Back to you.
Michelle, once you've fixed your signature issue, how can you go back and make sure that it was counted?
Glad you brought that up, because, you know, the King County Elections folks really went out of their way to say to me, once you cure the ballot, don't assume it's been accepted. You should go back in and double check online. And really, Mary, the easiest way to do that is to sign up for something that's called ballot alerts, excuse me, and you can do that on the King County website. In fact, I just had that put on our website for you. So if you're watching this and you want to do it, want the easy way to do it, find this story on our website and the link will be there for you. Back to you.
Michelle, thank you. Time now for our KOMO Pulse poll. How satisfied are you with the results of this local election cycle? Take a look at the live results. 65% currently saying they're highly unsatisfied. 18% waiting for final numbers. 12% say they're highly satisfied. 5% somewhat satisfied. You'll still have time to vote. We'll update the results for you tonight at 11.
Stick with KOMO News for continuing coverage of the Seattle mayor's race, the potential for a recount. We'll have updates every day and night right here on KOMO TV and online at KOMOnews.com.